blending in the colors, filling in the paper. Color along with me on these leaves. Hi everyone, I'm Catherine, the artist behind Bigelow Fine Arts. I'm continuing my journey through the Enchanted Forest and snapping a few pictures along the way. I caught this owl watching me as I prepared camp for the night. I am going to have this framed in a nice red lacquer frame so it will look nice on display. Come join me on my journey through the Enchanted Forest to discover the mystery that awaits in the castle at the center. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you can join in and color along with me. More leaves today. I'm going to be starting on all these little leaves coming off from the branch. I decided I want some light colored leaves to stand out against the dark blue of the background. So I am coming in with the light green for a base layer over all the leaves. I'm using the deep cobalt green to add in the shadowing at the base of each leaf. I don't need a lot, these are small leaves, and too much will be hard to blend out. I am trying to avoid harsh transitions as well, so I'm using a light hand and small circles to add just a light layer at the bottom of the leaf. I blend out the cobalt green with the leaf green. This will help with any sharp transitions, easing the color up into the lighter tip. I can now blend out the whole leaf with more light green, which will also add another layer to the tip of the leaf, which has so far only received one light layer. I'm coming in with the earth green yellowish for the long vine of leaves, as well as two I missed from part 1. I put down a base layer, then I come in with the pine green to add in some shadows at the base of all of the leaves. I again blend the shadow out, this time with the green opaque. For each different color of leaf, I usually pick 3 colors, a light, mid, and dark color in the same color family. So these 3 colors all have an olive tone to them, while the greens from earlier were all more to the yellow. Now that I have my shadows blended out, I come in with the earth green yellowish to add a layer over the whole leaf and blend everything together. I hit up some of the other leaves as they looked like they needed another layer to better fill in the tooth of the paper. I add in a little more pine green to the base to darken it up more, and now I can move on to more leaves. If you've made it this far and have enjoyed coloring with me or just watching, I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a like and subscribe to stay informed of when I post more videos. I'm a small channel and it really does help me out. I am posting 3 times a week over the summer, and subscribing is the best way to stay in the loop and keeps me going. I found more leaves at the bottom like the set I just finished, so I am going to color them up the same, less figuring out what colors to use that way. So I come in with the earth green yellowish and add in a light base layer over all of these leaves. I use the pine green to block in a shadow, and I also block in a shadow on the vine with pointed leaves. I'll be making these leaves dark like I did with the other set in the upper left. I blend out the shadow into the base layer with the green opaque on the rounded leaves and add in a covering layer on the pointed leaves. I blend out everything with more earth green yellowish on all of the leaves, and despite using the exact same colors, these leaves look just a little different from each other. Jumping back up to the top, where I'm going to go through and add in another layer of the dark indigo over the whole background except for where I blocked off the moon. I'm trying to use elongated circles to fill in, but sometimes that just gets tossed out the window, as does frequent sharpenings. I can tell when the pencil is no longer filling in the paper as effectively, as it almost seems to glide across the paper rather than catching. When it catches, it fills in the tooth better, but when it glides, like when I have a flat surface of pencil against the paper, I can see more white dots where the paper isn't being filled in as well. I generally turn the pencil to find a sharp edge, but that doesn't last long before I have to turn again. If I am just turning all the time, I do finally just stop and sharpen the pencil. I will try to use the times I have a sharp pencil to fill in areas with lots of small details, like around the tiny leaves coming off the branch. Just something to pay attention to when trying to cover large areas. Thanks for joining me on this adventure today. Let me know below or on social media if you colored along. I'd love to know how you did. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, MeWe, and Patreon. Patreon has a short write-up, my palettes, and a list of the timestamps, and I've made them available for everyone. If you have any questions or page requests, please leave them below or reach out to me on social media. I put in a list of chapter breaks in the show notes, as well as a list of equipment I like to use. If you use any of my affiliate links, it really helps me out without costing you a thing. It's the best way to support me. I want to thank you all so much for coming along and joining in with me on this coloring journey. I appreciate all my subscribers and look forward to more of you joining in and coloring along with me. Please like, share, and subscribe to help that happen. Until next time, happy coloring.